Shalom Israel, this is Brother Abadiah. Before I start, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles in Israel who rule and teach well, to the Akims on the highways and byways pushing this word in truth and sincerity and diligently, to the brothers and sisters in the truth. This is Isaiah 34:16. It says, "Seek ye out the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail, none shall want to make. For my mouth it has commanded, and his spirit it has gathered them." And one of the reasons why we believe in this word is because of our faith. And we have to count ourselves lucky and blessed that we have faith. You know, when we heard Deuteronomy chapter 28 broken down, the Most High gave us grace to open our eyes to be able to realize that it's actually speaking about us. You know, our brothers and sisters in the world, you know, they'll admit we went into slavery on ships, we were sold to our enemies, we had yokes of iron around our necks, we're at the bottom always, our children was given unto another people and we couldn't do nothing about it, so on and so forth. But yet still, they ain't got the eyes to realize that it's speaking about us. They still deny that we're Israel. And, you know, when we talk about our faith, you know, you got this new, I call them New Age Israelite. And I call them Israelite because they're Israel, but they're not in the truth. So when you tell them, yes, I have faith, you know, faith goes into belief. You know, their thing is, well, me not deal with belief, you know, me deal with knowledge, which knowledge means to know. But the thing is, you can bring out these scriptures, which they'll admit to some extent that, yeah, we go through these things, but they ain't got the eyes. They've not been blessed with the eyes to see that it's actually talking about them. And they have no faith. And we have to count ourselves lucky that the Most High has blessed us with faith. You know, a lot of our forefathers didn't have that faith, even though they saw the wonders that the Most High pulled out of Egypt, you know, that he did to the Egyptians. They saw the sea part. They saw the manna fall out the sky. They saw the water coming out of the rock. And look where we are now. So really, the knowledge that they're talking about, I deal with knowledge because knowledge means to know. If you deal with belief, that means you don't know. Well, that's true, because there's things that we speak about which our eyes ain't seen. You know, they say, oh, you believe that a man's going to come out the sky. Yes, I do. But the point of this is that our faith is not blind faith. The fact that we were able to hear the curses brought out in Deuteronomy chapter 28 and realize that it's speaking about us, you know, the Most High is opening our eyes as we wake up, is forwarding these prophecies, and we have the eyes to be able to see the prophecies unfolding. That lets us know that even though this walk is always going to be based on faith, it's not blind faith. Because the Most High is showing us signs to say, well, look, I'm coming. And I remember coming into this truth when I saw the curses brought down in Deuteronomy chapter 28. You know, and I realized that it was speaking about me. I remember saying to myself, rah, if I can acknowledge that this is speaking about me, then I'll be a fool to disregard the rest of the stuff in the scriptures. You know, and our people in the world, they've not been blessed with faith. Faith is actually a blessing, you know. And this is a bit of a free flow, even though I've pulled a few scriptures. I don't think it's going to be very long, but it's just to try and give our people some encouragement, you know, that our faith is not, it's not blind. You know, the Most High is showing us things through the scriptures which should increase and strengthen our faith. This is Hebrews chapter 1:11. It says, "Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen." And our brothers in the world that want to, yeah, me deal with knowledge, you know, me not deal with belief. Because belief means say you don't know. Well, that's true, but it's not, like I keep saying, it's not a blind faith we're dealing with, you know. They deal with things which they've seen, but like I mentioned, our forefathers, they saw the wonders in Egypt, they saw the sea get part, and look where we are now. So it's not all about what you can see, you know. You have to have faith in this word. It says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for. And those in the world who said them deal with knowledge, they ain't got no hope. Because the hope that we have is to be delivered out of this situation here. That's one of the hope we have. They don't have that hope. You know, for them, this is what it is, isn't it? You just try and make it in this world, get some money. Try this blasted phone. Try and make it in this world, get some money, get a nice house, and that's all they're hoping for, but they're still going to be under Esau's thumb. So it says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. For by it the elders obtain a good report. And this is another part of our hope, that through our faith, you know, we're going to obtain a good report. Let me quickly grab a precept here. Because at the end of the day, we're hoping that our faith guides us to the end. And in doing so, we're going to get that crown that we're seeking. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 2. And I'm going to start at 40. It's, I'm going to start 40. Yeah, I'll start 40. It says, take thy number, O Zion, and shout those of thine that are clothed in white, which have fulfilled the law. So part of our faith, it should lead us to keep the commandments of the Most High. Because that's why we're in this situation in the first place. Our foreparents, they saw, like I said, the wonders that the Most High brought, but they still transgressed his word. You know, they didn't have no faith. It says, the number of thy children whom thou longest for is fulfilled. Beseech the power of the Lord, that thy people which have been called from the beginning may be hallowed. I, Ezra, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people, whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. And in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more excellent, which I marveled at greatly. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing, and have put on immortality. And our faith, you know, the good report that we're going to get is that we're going to end up putting off the mortal and putting on the immortality, the immortal, Silakia, and have confessed the name of the Most High. Now are they crowned and receive palms. Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them, and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. And this is the point I wanted. Like, when it says our elders, for by it the elders obtain a good report, that good report is going to give us immortality. You know, it's going to give us that crown, which those in the world, you know, they've got no hope really. This is 2nd Esdras, and really, you know, this is just to give the brothers and sisters a little bit of encouragement, you know, because our faith is what's going to guide us through this. You know, don't make no one knock your faith, because I remember the video that brought me into this truth. It was called Hidden Black History in the Bible, and I remember Adam Abbott, Watchman for Israel, they reposted the video. And after watching it again and going through the comments, it's like literally everybody that watched that video was someone that came into the truth by that video. And there was one of the comments that said, oh, it's a pity the brother's gone back into the world. So I responded and said, well, just because the brother ain't making videos doesn't mean he's gone back into the world. And he said, just type in aquaphonics. I'd never heard of that. So I type in aquaphonics, scrolling down the list. Who do I see? Bald-headed, clean-shaven. The brother in the video, I'm not going to call out his name, but the brother in the video, and he'd gone back into the world. And I thought to myself, imagine, you brought all these people into the truth, and you've gone back into the world. That means you had no faith in these scriptures. You know, I started off with Isaiah 34:16. It says, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail. He didn't believe that. Even though the Most High used him to bring me into the truth and others, he didn't believe in this word. He had no faith. You know, and we have to keep our faith, man. Our faith is what's going to guide us through to the end. Our faith and the keeping of the laws to the best of our ability, but our faith. So, where was I? I'll come back. Slack it, Israel. Yeah. So, this is just a bit, this video is just to give you a bit of encouragement, you know, to keep your faith. You know, keep your faith strong. Because at the end of the day, our faith it's not a blind faith. You know, the prophecies are coming through. We can see the Most High laying judgment on these nations as we wake up, like it says in Deuteronomy 30:7. Like, he's going to take the curses of us and start to throw it on the other nations. And that's what we're seeing. You know, and things like this should strengthen our faith. Now, like I said, our foreparents, they saw the wonders in Egypt. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 1 verse 32. I sent unto you my servants the prophets, whom ye have taken and slain, and torn their bodies in pieces, whose blood I will require of your hands, saith the Lord. Thus saith the Lord Almighty, your house is desolate, I will cast you out as the wind doth stubble. And this is speaking to our foreparents. It says, and your children shall not be fruitful, for they have despised my commandment, and done the thing that is evil before me. So when he led us out of Egypt, we saw the wonders. Our people started to go off. Then their descendants went off even more, which is why we're in this situation. Now it goes on to say, your houses will I give to a people that shall come, which have not heard of me. Yeah, this bit here is going into us. And as I read on, you realize that it's speaking about us. It says, your houses will I give to a people that shall come, which have not heard of me, yet shall believe me. Yeah? And that's us. We have faith. To whom I have showed no signs. We didn't see the wonders that the Most High did in Egypt. We didn't see the sea part. We didn't see the manna fall from heaven, so on and so forth. It says, to whom I have showed no signs, yet they shall do that I have commanded them. And this is us rehearsing the righteous acts in faith, because we've not seen none of these things. It says, they have seen no prophets. Yeah, we've not seen the Isaiahs, the Habakkuk's, the Joels, the Ezekiels, the Samuels. It says, they have seen no prophets, yet they shall call their sins to remembrance and acknowledge them. And this is how you know it's talking about us, because sin is a transgression of the law, and we know the laws was only given to Israel. So it says, verse 36, they have seen no prophets, yet they shall call their sins to remembrance and acknowledge them. And that's what we're doing now. We're doing all of this because of faith. It says, I take to witness the grace of the people to come. And this is why I believe that we're more blessed than our foreparents, because they didn't have this grace. Yeah? Let me quickly bring this out again. This is Acts. Yeah, our foreparents didn't have the grace that we have. You know? We can count ourselves fortunate. But this is Acts chapter 13, verse start 38. It says, be it known unto you, therefore, men and brethren, that through this man is preached unto you the forgiveness of sins. And that's talking about Yahushua. And by him all that believe, all that have faith, are justified from all things from which he could not be justified by the law of Moses. Because Our foreparents in the wilderness, you know, they couldn't be justified by all things. That's why the Most High licked them off in the first place, because they weren't keeping the laws. They didn't have the grace that is given us now. You know, I'm sure at some point we've all committed a sin that's worthy of death, where the Most High should have licked us down like he did our foreparents. Where it says, I take to witness the grace of the people to come, whose little ones rejoice in gladness. And though they have not seen me with bodily eyes, yet in spirit they believe the things that I say. It goes back to, you know, no one of these shall fail. And we believe that through faith, which is not a blind faith, like I keep saying, you know. We see the prophecies. The Most High has opened our eyes to see the prophecies. He's not made us reprobates because we want to believe a lie. Like it says in Romans chapter 1. It says, they have seen no prophets, yet they shall call their sins to remembrance and acknowledge them. I take to witness the grace of the people to come, whose little ones shall rejoice in gladness. And though they have not seen me with bodily eyes, yet in spirit they believe the things I say. So, you know, it's just a little bit of exaltation I want to give the Akims and the Aquas out there. That's brothers and sisters out there. Just keep strong, man. This thing's coming to an end. And those in the world who, you know, for the brothers in the world who want to deal with knowledge, this is Hosea 4 and 6. You know, those who don't deal with belief. Yeah, me not deal with belief, man, car. When you believe, you don't know. Me deal with knowledge. Well, here's some knowledge for you. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. I will also forget thy children. So, our people in the world who wants to deal with knowledge, get some knowledge and keep God's commandments. And have faith. Because by faith, we're going to obtain that good report, you know, and Yahweh willing, we get that crown at the end. So with that, I'm going to close out and give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kadash, Kwame Asherallah.